Hi everyone, it's that time again.
It is.
We have finished another cruise series.
We have.
And we have given all the letters out there for the journey to the secret word.
So the challenge for this was to come up with a 3-word phrase with the 11 letters that you found.
Yes, and 11 letters, 3 words. We can let the cat out of the bag already.
Oh,
because
okay.
we're gonna go through. We're gonna make the draw today. We're gonna talk where the letters were. We might as well put everybody out of their misery of worrying about whether they have to get it right.
I think this one was easier for everybody.
Yeah, that was the consensus. With this one, was a lot easier for sure. Mm-hmm. And that 3 words phrase. Do you want to say it?
Sure. Or maybe you should, since it's one of your favorite things.
One of my favorite, if not my favorite, TV show ever.
The Love Boat.
Yes, the Love Boat was the phrase you were looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that we had almost 170 successful entries.
We did.
So you're going to see all those names on the wheel. The spots on the wheel are getting really thin with that many people.
They're getting smaller and smaller with each contest. That means more people are playing along, which is wonderful.
For sure. So, and again, the winner of this contest is going to win a piece of level 8 luggage.
Yes. So far, level 8 has given out an Atlas backpack.
Yep.
Also, a level 8 textured carry-on suitcase.
Right. And the winner of this contest will receive another one of the black, luminous, textured carry-on.
Yes.
So, yeah, we're excited that level 8 is still sponsoring this contest. We have a lot of different companies that engage us from time to time and want to have us endorse or try their products. We don't take on a lot of those because we want to really stand behind the products that we use and things that we know that all of you are going to find value in.
Right.
And Level 8 has become that to us. They've been so supportive. Their products have served us so well. We have traveled, at this point, more than a dozen cruises with Level 8. And their luggage is holding up fantastic. We've tried different types and different sizes. So far, not a single problem.
Us, for sure. So we are pleased to announce that Level 8 has agreed to sponsor all of our travels for 2024 with the Journey to the Secret Word. Winner will be receiving a Level 8 carry-on suitcase.
Yes, so all the cruises we're doing in 2024, including the group cruise we just got back from, the MSC cruise we just got back, and a whole bunch more coming up later in the year. We're going to continue doing the Journey to the Secret Word, and Level 8 is continuing to give out the carry-on luggage as a prize to the winner.
Yes,
so
we're very excited
we're very excited. And why do we love the Level 8 luggage? I think we need to talk about it a little bit more because we got into this originally trying it out. We had no commitment with Level 8, and we said, if you send it, we'll try it, but no guarantees we'll say anything nice about it, especially if we don't like it.
Yeah, we weren't sure. We had never seen the luggage before and never had tried it, so they sent us some, no sort of expectations, just said give it a try, and if you like it, talk about it. And so we have. At this point, we're quite willing to talk about it because we've used it on a number of cruises, and that piece that Jerry just showed has been one of the original pieces that was sent to us, and it has gone through many travels. It has gone through miles and miles of going all over the world with us, and it's been wonderful.
Yep, and the things that we love about the Level 8 luggage, first of all, it's durable, it's hard case, and it's kind of funny story because we tried hard cases in the past.
Yeah.
We had no luck.
We didn't.
Level 8 has proved us wrong with that this has stood up to the test of being checked in all the time at the airports, rolling down those carousels, even in rain, you name it, it's been tried out.
It's been durable, and one of the things we love most about it is how easy it is to move it through an airport. The wheels, however they've designed it, it is the easiest to maneuver. And so when you're traveling with all the gear that we do, you know I pack a lot of dresses, everybody, and he packs a lot of camera gear, so we are generally traveling with a lot of weight. Yep. And these suitcases move so seamlessly. It's very, very easy to navigate through an airport and all of the traveling that we're doing.
Yep, the wheels roll really well, and the handles that come in. This thing here is invaluable to me because I usually have a backpack that weighs 20 to 30 pounds. I can slide it on the carry-on, roll it through the airport with those wheels. It just takes off on its own. Literally one finger, I can push it. I can be vlogging with another hand. Absolutely seamless. I've never seen it. In fact, we stopped in at Family on the way down for our last cruise, and they grabbed and helped with our luggage to take it to their spare room. And even they were amazed, like, my, how goodness, this thing rolls so easy down the hallway. So even people that have never seen Level 8 before, that's the first thing they notice is how well it rolls.
For sure.
And also the handle on the checked bag is really interesting design.
This is the one thing that I love about this suitcase is that the handle comes out This is the Voyager line. It comes out, and so when you're folding clothes and putting it in here or rolling it like I do, it leaves tons of space and you don't have to worry about those bars in the middle of your suitcase. So that is one of my favorite features on this piece of luggage.
Yeah, it's flat in the bottom, so you can put as many dresses as you want in there, and you're not dealing with those ribs that you usually have because the handle rolls down into it.
Well, what I find best is that it works really well for, I usually start the bottom of the suitcase with Jerry's pants and suits, and it fits in there perfectly for men's pants or trousers, if you might call them that.
So yeah. So in other words, yeah, we love the level 8 stuff, and that's why we continue to work with them.
Yeah.
And how we're going to keep on using their luggage, and we're going to hopefully give you opportunities to win some yourself.
Right.
So now let's get on to the contest details.
Let's do that.
Okay, before we spin the big wheel, we are going to get to talking about the letters and some of the challenges that we had in placing the letters.
Ooh.
We always seem to have these moments of forgetfulness when we're on a cruise.
Well, we're busy having a good time, so sometimes we forget that we've been carrying around the letter with us all day and we've forgotten to hide it.
So go letter by letter, and if there's a story behind it, we're going to tell you the story. And there's actually some letters that had multiple different takes and different locations taken, and we kind of chose the best one that worked. Because some of the letters are yellow.
Yeah.
And people are telling us that the yellow letters
Are hard to find.
especially in the sunshine and the glare, so we're having challenges with that ourselves. So I know we might have to get a marker out and color those yellow ones for the next cruise. Maybe not. We've already filmed the next cruise.
That's true.
Maybe the one
next
after that.
two.
Okay, so the first letter, on day 1, we were in Rome. And we took a letter to Rome, and we actually
did.
remembered to use it in Rome, but not where
We did.
not where I thought we would.
Oh,
I thought it would be nice to use the letter in the Vatican,
wow.
like St. Peter's. But the only thing is, it's a religious place. I didn't want to make a game out of something so serious. So
Yeah, exactly.
so instead, he found that letter. Remember where it was?
I do remember. It was at the cafe where we had lunch and we put it right by the flowers next to me, right?
Yep, that was where letter number 1 was, and that was the letter T.
Oh,
So not an obvious letter by any means.
but we started it off with the very first letter.
First letter of the
word.
phrase.
The.
So, and some people started actually guessing that early.
Wow.
And some
Yeah.
people actually had the phrase that early. I don't know how. They must be able to read us.
They know him well enough.
So that was in Rome. And day 2, we hid the letter on the ship because
Because it was a sea day?
it was a sea day, yes. And do you know where we hid it?
I do know.
We went for specialty dining. That's your hint.
Oh, so it was at Sabatini's. I remember this now.
Yeah, we hid it in that kind of that ivy type of plant material on the name.
Yeah.
And we did film a couple different takes that I'll show here right now. But yeah, and that one was the letter A.
Oh.
Okay, on day 3, we had yet another sea day. So we had to
did.
find somewhere on the ship to hide the letter. But we did something special that day. We went to the spa.
We did.
Yes. And do you remember where we hid it in the spa?
I do. We hid it in the life ring,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, you were in the water, I believe. Yeah, and I filmed it on the life ring, just in case we need to save you from the hot tub.
Yeah.
So, and that letter was, do you remember that letter? That was the L. So again, first letter of another word.
Oh.
Yeah. So on day 4, we were in Santorini.
That was a day.
That was
I'll
a
never
crazy day.
forget that day.
Yes, winds were howling, the waves were rolling in. We were
Cable cars were hitting rocks.
Yeah, it was a crazy day. And we're lucky we remembered the letter, but we barely did. Our plan was to plant it somewhere around Santorini, the blue domes of the churches in the background, that type of feel. But we totally forgot because we were battling with the elements that day.
We were.
We were getting sandblasted. We
We
were
were.
trying to find a way to basically evacuate and get back to the ship before everything shut down. And we finally remembered as we were walking on that long, long trail that heads all the way down with the donkeys back to the port. So we stopped and we filmed it right there
On the steps.
on the steps there on the little rock wall.
railing.
Yeah, right next to you during one of the feeds. So again, we filmed a couple different ones there. Different angles. I think one with you talking, one with you not talking, because we weren't sure what was going to work. So I think that was a yellow one that was hard to see.
It was, and it was so windy there, we weren't sure whether you'd be able to hear me even with the microphone on, so that's why we did multiple takes on that one.
Yeah. And just trying to read my own writing, I believe that was an O. That's the one that a lot of people were confused about. They thought maybe it was a C, they weren't quite sure because you couldn't really see it very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, on day 5, the letter was E. We'll get that out of the way right off the bat. And we were in Athens that day.
It was a beautiful day.
We came back on the ship. We had the letter with us all day long. We were at the Acropolis. Of course, that's a great place to put the letter for the whole journey of the secret word.
Yeah.
We did not remember that.
No.
We were too busy taking fancy pictures of Mrs. Canuck up on the marble.
Yeah, that was you.
So we ended up hiding it in the main theater. After we arrived back on the ship, they did a special show with some local dancers and musicians. And we went and watched the show. We filmed some of that. We thought, let's film the letter here.
That was really special. We love it when cruise ships do that sort of thing, bring in the local talent and give you a little authentic taste of where you're visiting.
Yep. The filming of that was a huge challenge. You're going to see here that there were multiple different takes. The letter was red. The theater was red because of the lighting they had. It was dark. And we were trying to hide the letter, and you couldn't see it very well. We even used our cell phones. We tried to use the light in the back of our cell phones to light the letter as we tried to film at the same time. It became very complicated to get that little red E filmed for that day. But finally we did it, and you saw the final results. But yeah, that was a challenge, filming that E. So day number 6, we were in the pub. O'Malley's pub.
Yum.
And we filmed it. And this was the one that was not a K. I say not a K because the way we filmed it, or at least the way I edited it and put it in the final episode, it appeared that there was a K at the top of the block, and then there was an O on the front side of it. We intended for you to use the colored side of the block and see the O, but a lot of people saw the K and thought maybe it was the K.
Yeah.
So
for future reference, only the colored block letter is what we're trying to show you. We don't ever use the outline ones.
Yeah, and what was really interesting is I went back and I looked at the footage that I had filmed that day. I did have a take that was only the colored part and you couldn't see the K. But of course I didn't use that one for some reason in the final version. So yeah, you'll see that here as well. So on day 7, we were in Mykonos. And we managed to take the letter with us. We managed to remember to use it early in the day, actually, which is new for us.
Right. So we were in Little Venice when we filmed it, am I correct?
Yep, that's right.
So we were at a little table overlooking Little Venice. What a beautiful area that was.
Yep, so we filmed it right there. In fact, we did several different takes of that as well because we weren't sure if it was going to show up with all the bright light and the low angle of the sun. So actually, I think I had it on a wall at one spot and I had it on the table another time. But we managed to get it to work, and we didn't get a lot of complaints, so I think everybody found the H on that day.
Oh, good. It wasn't too hard.
So day 8, we were in Catacolone.
Oh.
And we were walking around town. We had the letter with us again. Do you remember where we put that one?
I don't. I remember shopping there. Did we put it at the cafe? No. Oh, I think I remember now. We were by the fishing boats. Am I correct?
By the fishing boats, you were sitting on the bench and the letter was sitting next to you. Yep.
Yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful spot.
And again, we filmed that a couple different ways because we weren't sure if that was going to show up again with the glare of the water and everything else. You never know when you get back to Canada and you do the editing if it's going to work.
All right.
So I had filmed the letter actually tucked in some pretty little pink flowers beside the fishing boats as well. So you'll see that as an example of what we also filmed. And the letter sitting next to Mrs. Canuck was a T. Another T. On day 9, we were at sea.
Sea day.
Yes, and it was a gala night. So we took the letter with us to dinner.
We did.
And we stuffed it under the table number.
Little tent.
Yeah, and that was actually an easy one. A few people said, oh, that was a really easy one. So yeah, so you found the E pretty easy.
It's funny, people either thought it was easy or hard because I had a few people complain about that one that they couldn't find it, but a lot of people did tell us it was easy.
Day 10, we were back on land again. This time we were in Corsica at Ajaccio.
Oh. Napoleon.
Yeah, and so we had a crazy day that day. It was pouring rain. We had taken the letter with us. The first time we were off the ship, started to rain. We came back, realized we didn't put the letter anywhere. We were a little distracted. We had some lunch, went back out, gave it a second try. This time we remembered the letter. But again, I didn't really remember to put the letter out up at the Napoleon statue that we found at the end. So we backtracked. We went back to the statue we found on the first time off the ship.
Yeah.
And we filmed it there. And that's why we went back to that statue a second time. It was a nice big square to begin with. But
Yeah, it was beautiful.
we kind of wanted to have it something to do with Napoleon. So it kind of worked out. So yeah, and that was a B. So you had the B for boat, or B for Bonaparte. So the final letter on day 11
Letter V.
was V. Everybody was waiting for a V. We had people actually, towards the final days, emailing us saying, I'm waiting for these letters.
Waiting, yeah.
So they were waiting for the V to confirm Love Boat. And we were in Toulon, France.
We were.
We did not get off the ship that day. We were there, first of all, it was a short stop.
Yeah.
Plus, we had a lot to pack up after 22 days of cruising. We had to get ready to go and get on flights the next day.
Plus, we wanted to take part in the Remembrance Day ceremony
Yeah.
that they were having on board in the Princess Theater. We thought that was something special that the cruise was doing, so we wanted to take part of that. So we ended up putting it where we spent the majority of our day, which was, for me, packing all of our level 8 luggage.
Yeah, we ended up putting that in the luggage, and it appeared in the very last scene of the video. Some people said you really had to work for that one. You had to watch right through to the end, and sure enough, it was in the luggage at the very final scenes. So, and that gave you all 11 letters to spell Love Boat.
Right.
So, thanks for everybody who followed along and getting all those letters.
Yes, thank
And,
you to everyone that entered
Yeah.
the contest.
in fact, anybody that entered managed to get it right. We didn't have any wrong entries or no wrong locations
No.
this time. So,
Yeah, exactly.
good job, everybody. So, it is time to spin the wheel. Okay, we've got the big wheel ready. All the names are on it. We're ready to spin it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's spin that wheel. Get it going. Okay, around and round it goes. All those names spinning around. It's hard to read them all. And it's slowing down. And it is...
Oh, Chris!
Chris is the winner.
Congratulations, Chris.
Yes, so we only tried to put first names on the wheel, so we didn't give everybody's names out. So we'll get a hold of Chris, whoever. I think it's Chris U, it says on the little wheel there, you can see. So we'll get a hold of Chris U and let him know that he has won Carry On Level 8 luggage.
Congratulations.
Yes, thanks, Chris, for entering and getting everything right. And for all those that didn't win, the good news is we're going to be having another vlog series, another piece of luggage that you could possibly win.
That's right. So keep playing along, everyone.
Yeah, we have a blast doing this. We're kind of like big kids on the ship walking around these letters, and we get some funny looks from people.
Oh, we sure do. Yeah, we've had a few people ask us, what are we doing with these little letter cubes?
Yes, although it was very helpful in one of the vlogs you're going to see in the near future that we were traveling with our grandson, and he thought those letters were very interesting. So they serve dual purpose on one of the upcoming vlog series. So thanks everybody for participating in the contest. It was a blast. We had a wonderful time in the Mediterranean, lifetime full of memories. And we can't wait to do it all again. The next time you're going to be doing Journey of the Secret Word will be for our group cruise.
It will be.
It will be 10 days long, and it's going to be just one word this time.
One word.
So, and the interesting news is that I don't know what the word is. And you'll see through the vlog series, I was never told the word. So I'm filming letters and trying to figure it out right along with you. So,
Do you know what it is now after you got all of the 10 letters?
I did figure it out at one point, but I've forgotten again now. So I'm sure all of you are going to tell me when you start putting those submissions in for the next contest. So thanks everybody for watching, and thanks Level 8 for sponsoring this contest.
For sure.
And we will see you in upcoming vlogs.